live, pal.
What a time to be alive. It's the Babyface Broadcast here on 2RRR 88.5 FM. This is a show about putting on Australia's greatest wrestling event. We plan it live every week here on 2RRR. I'm your host, Lord Mark Williamson. Sitting across from me in the studio is my co-conspirator, Dann Lennard. What a pleasure it is once again to be here in the studio with you, Dann Lennard. You've got a sour puss on your face.
Is it a pleasure, Mark?
I don't know. I'm just being nice and trying to say it is. I think I'm lying, to be honest. Look, Dan, we've had a rocky couple of weeks, but I think we can turn around.
I got a complaint about you off the bat, right?
Off the bat already.
You put a video up on the Babyface Broadcast YouTube channel this week.
Yes.
Of the interview, the big confab that we had with Norm Prendergast, the sponsor for All In.
Yes, I did.
And I was very unhappy with your behaviour during that phone call. I had no idea. I was talking to Norm. I'm looking at Jesse. I'm focusing on the call. And I look at the tape, you're making all these rude hand gestures at me, simulating things that I don't even know what they stand for, but they looked rude. And I thought, you're doing that in front of a co-conspirator, Jesse, and while we're talking to Norm, very disrespectful. So, anytime you want to do an apology on that, mate, anytime.
Well, I am sorry you feel that way. I am sorry you feel that way, Dann Lennard, but they were genuine reactions of you being just a total stooge. I've met a lot of stooges in my life, Dann Lennard, and I never thought you were one of them. I knew you were a bit of a stoolie, but never just a full-on stooge. You are a stooge. In fact, we actually had listener feedback last week.
Did we?
Yeah, we had Joe from Melbourne said you were a weasel, a total weasel.
Well, that's just
Joe.
rude.
She says Jessica Bland was something that I cannot say on air. Rhymes with witch. Might start with a B. She said that.
Okay, well, she's
so
garbage.
That was Joe from Melbourne. We have lots of listener feedback, and it's surprising because it was the least to listen to program that we've had so far.
Well, that's
since
just
we've done
wrong.
This new thing. You know what? I think the people have decided they heard bullying. It's people they hear you guys bullying me, and they tuned out. That's what it was.
You know what? Everything you're saying at the moment, it's garbage.
There was one bit of positive feedback for you and Jessica. That was from Bronson King.
Well-known Sydney wrestler.
Bronson King said Jessica Bland should take over the show.
She should.
And let me tell you, I never liked Bronson King. You can never trust someone that is so nice to everyone. It's an act.
You know what?
It's an act.
He speaks the truth. And to quote my good friend Jack Nicholson, you can't handle the truth.
Oh, I'm a truth handler. I'm a truth teller. So, look, we're going to turn around. Jessica Bland is waiting outside, having a peppermint tea or something like that, getting her vocal voice cords ready to, we've done some social media.
Yeah.
You've sent some videos.
I have. I sent them to you.
I've attempted some videos, but we'll talk about that a bit later. We've got a big announcement coming up later as well. I'm going to announce another wrestler who's joining Australian Wrestling Legends All In. That's AWLN, so we don't get sued.
Yes.
And you're going to tell us about your training, I believe.
Yes, going well.
Is it?
It is.
And Jessica Bland will be having a market analysis.
I'm sure there'll be
of Australian wrestling to share. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people in wrestling wanting to listen to that. I'm sure a lot of fans out there like to hear what a marketer has to say.
And I'm sure you can learn something.
Oh, I can learn something.
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Yeah. Well, look, I think I found a really good song to kick us off tonight, Dann Lennard. It's My Way by Limp Bizkit. You are listening to the Babyface Broadcast here on 2RRR 88.5 FM. This is a show about planning Australia's greatest wrestling event. That's right, we do our planning every week, every Thursday. We plan this show live on air. I'm your host, Lord Mark Williamson. And before I introduce the other people in the studio, a big birthday shout out to one of our listeners, Eli. Happy birthday, Eli. Our youngest listener turns 4 So a big shout out.
Happy birthday, Eli.
Learning the business early is young Eli. So a big happy birthday to him. That voice you just heard was Dann Lennard. Dan Lennard.
Gee, how many years have we been doing this show?
Dann Lennard. I've been trying to forget your name recently. And we have Jessica Bland joining
Jesse.
us once again.
Hi, Dan. Hi, Mark.
Hello, Jessica. Forced on us by our sponsor, the Ride Ripper Norm Prendergast.
Great man.
Do you know what? He sponsors the Australian Wrestling Legends show. Just want to say that.
As you should. The whole atmosphere, I just feel, has lifted now that Jesse's here.
Oh, Dan, you're too kind. Yes, well, it's always a thrill to see you, Dan.
Thank you, mate.
Hi, Mark. I guess you're here too.
Well, yes, this is my show.
Well,
so
it's our show. It's a collab. It's as you keep calling us, we're all co-conspirators.
Yes.
On this event that we're doing. So
Yes,
let's
we
talk
are.
about our show from now onwards. Hey.
Yeah.
And keep it civil, Mark.
I've kept it very civil.
Because I don't want to have to get Norm on the phone again.
I'm a civil guy. I'm the most civil person you'll meet.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, that's it. So, Jessica, you've come in to talk once again social media. Now, you gave a bit of a social media plan last week.
Yes.
I want to tell people listening, what was that plan?
You just really need to up your game with the amount of posting. We need to up our social media engagement, get more eyes and ears on us. And social media, it's the number one way to do that. So I gave you both a task, minimum of 3 videos throughout the week to help promote the Babyface Broadcast. Now, did you follow my instructions?
I did.
Oh, Dan, you're so good.
Thanks, Jesse. Unfortunately, one of them, the sound quality wasn't great.
There's lots of them. The sound quality wasn't great.
Hey,
a lot of your videos were terrible sound quality.
I thought they were great, and I sent them to you. And where are they? You haven't even put them up on the Babyface Broadcast YouTube channel. Where are they? In Instagram?
I wasn't going to put them because the sound quality is terrible, and we have a bit of it's called professionalism down.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you see, I've studied radio. I know you're just riding the coattails of someone successful like me, and you don't understand the bits and pieces of putting quality audio together, Dan Lennard.
I've got 40 years in the industry. 40 years in
the radio industry?
No, in the entertainment industry.
What have you entertained?
I've entertained lots of people.
Oh, yeah?
I have.
What, writing stuff, but not audio. This is very different. Anyway, that's why they weren't put up on the official thing, but they're put up on your Facebook.
I played Santa Claus on a children's TV show 2 years running.
Really?
So, yeah, I've done visual stuff.
Did the red suit match your red face?
Oh, ha. Like I said, they called me back. I got to do it 2 years in a row. So there you go.
Anyway, I've taken one of the videos that he sent, probably the best quality one for you to listen to.
Let me be the judge of this quote-unquote terrible
thank you, Jess.
audio quality.
Okay, so this is Dann Lennard's little social media video that he filmed. Here's the audio of it.
3, 2, 1. Pop goes the weasel and sigh. It's your main man, Dynamite Dan Lennard. And I'm here in the stairwell at a car park near Central Station. And I'm in training for my wrestling debut at All In, the biggest show in Australian wrestling history being put on by Australian wrestling legends. So why am I in a stairwell? Well, I'm asking strangers as they walk past me to feel the power in my top wrist lock, the move that I'm going to use to defeat the so-called IWA heavyweight champion Randall at All In. That's right, he's my opponent. He thinks he can beat me, but he doesn't know the power of the top wrist lock. So I'm practicing this move that was taught to me by the Ride Ripper, Norm Prendergast, and so I've been handing out wristies to strangers all day. And I tell you what, they've been feeling the power, and Randall, you're going to feel the power of your appendage being squeezed by my wristie. I'm getting ready for All In, and if you want to know more about All In, then check out the Babyface Broadcast every week on 2RRR 88.5 FM, or go to the Babyface Broadcast channel on YouTube and learn all about the greatest wrestling show in Australian wrestling history put on by Australian wrestling legends. There's a lot of Australians.
There we go. Absolutely terrible sound. I apologise to the listeners, to you at home. I apologise. That is like absolutely dreadful. Dog's breakfast.
Jesse?
Well, hang on, Mark.
Why are you speaking with sorry to speak over the top of you, but why are you speaking with an American accent?
I don't know. It was weird. Every video I did this week, I just started like whispering in a really bad American accent.
And you whispered. It was terrible. And it's echoey. Like you're an idiot.
Yeah, well, I'm in a stairwell at a car park. What do you expect?
Well, at least he listed places to find the Babyface Broadcast.
Thank
he was promoting the show, which is exactly what the goal of this task was. So
Thank you.
You know what? You set out to communicate the goal, the mission, the message, the product, and you did that.
I tried.
And I think, you know what, Dan? I think you did a really, really great video clip.
Thank you, Jesse.
Oh, really?
See?
Really?
And she's the expert, not you.
Yes. We know what an expert is. X is an unknown quantity and a spurt is a drip under pressure.
Oh, clever. Aren't you clever? Oh, it's high school all over again. You're in the recess classroom.
Very clever.
What have you been doing?
Well, I've done lots of videos, but a lot of them were like shadow banned. I'm not sure it's a thing you've heard where you can put videos up, but they're not seen by anyone.
Are you sure that's what happened, Mark?
Oh, definitely shadow banned. There is 2 videos. One video I did before you guys got into the studio that I put up on Instagram. That's basically, calling you guys the peanut gallery and waiting for you to arrive.
So respectful.
Another one now, Jessica, I did what you asked for last week.
Really?
Now, remember you said, you need to try to gather people, find a tribe and find someone to rally against.
I did say that.
Yes, so I have worked on that. So let's try that. Now, I want to put this in question. That this is like a character. This is a social media personality to build the tribe, to gather people in, to hook them in and listen. So I just want to say character. As a millennial, I feel a bit ripped off with the world. The world is not what it was promised. You know who I blame? The octogenarian patriarchy. That's right. Why are we having people in their 80s, close to 90s, in charge of nations, deciding who can go to war and who can't go to war? Let's start a war. Let's bomb the place. Look, these people are shitting their pants. They are pooing their pants, and the lives are made on their decisions, on old people at the end of their lives with little future, little regard for their future, apart from showing the bit of power before they poop. Well, I've had enough of it. I think all of us as society should not allow these old people to run the place. Now, I'm not having a go at old people. I think old people do great, but they shouldn't be running in positions of power or running important countries. And I'll be making a charge tonight. I've had an old bloke try to take over my radio show. Yeah, he's thrown his money around, and I'm going to tell him where to go tonight on the Babyface Broadcast. See, that was, I thought, a good way of gathering the anger in society. I said, come join me tonight at the Babyface Broadcast. We are gathering a tribe. We are rallying against someone,
I just don't see what that has to do with wrestling.
And I thought it was complete rubbish. Are you going to have a go at Norm? What's this? Are you ringing him up or something? I'll get him on the phone if you want.
Oh,
Do you want to have a talking to?
No, this is, as I said, it's a character. This is a character.
What, your character's a dick?
It's a character. You see, you don't understand wrestling. And look, my character's a top guy. That's your character.
Oh, it's my character.
That's your character.
You're a top bloke, eh?
I'm a top bloke. I'm the best bloke I know.
Well, I don't think that was the best promo I know.
That was better than yours. And a bit more succinct.
Well, I think I got across. Say that 3 times fast. I got across the key, like 2RRR, 88.5 FM, the YouTube channel. Did he mention that, Jesse?
No. At least when you're listening to Dan's, you know where to find the show and the program.
It's because it's not the Babyface Broadcast channel. They know it. They know it.
And
so you guys are just picking on me.
And you know what? Because my voice was quiet, I drew people in. People had to listen hard, and they took in everything. Yours, you're just yelling. You're just bombasting.
about something that has absolutely nothing to do with Babyface.
I think that's the word, bombastic.
Well, it does, because like the way I look at it, and this is a common trope in professional wrestling, we've all agreed that the Ride Ripper Norm Prendergast is the owner of it, and much like modern day Stone Cold Steve Austin is what Lord Mark Williamson is. I am rallying against authority. I am, instead of drinking Budweisers, I'm drinking Dom Perignon, but sticking it to the man.
So you're
for
Steve
the working. I am a modern day Steve Austin.
So you're a bald 60-year-old man with two bad knees.
No. Like, I'm the modern day Steve Austin. Like, Steve Austin was like in the late 90s. I am now the version of it now for a modern day. I'm sticking it to the boss. I am like getting hell yeah. Can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah. That's what that promo was, and I think it's just as good as Austin 316. To be honest.
I think that you've done enough to poor Norm, and we need to, as a show and as a program and as a production, respect the relationship we have with our sponsor.
Well, he knows this is all in character. Well, folks, speaking of sponsors, we do have sponsors to play for this show, for this radio station, not old Norm, wherever he is. So they'll be coming up after the next song. I am your host, Lord Mark Williamson. Sitting across from me in the studio is one Dann Lennard and one marketing guru, Jessica Bland, who has for us a market analysis on Australian wrestling.
Yes, while you were filming your social media videos, that was the task I set you.
I also had other tasks.
Well, debatable. But I also decided to, really take up the mantle here and utilize my marketing research ability. So yes, I've conducted some market analysis, asked around, look at the various Australian wrestling businesses to kind of see where you sort of stand with them, Mark and Dan and Babyface in general.
Can I just say, Jesse, in advance, really appreciate all the hard work that you've done.
Oh, Dan, aren't you just the sweetest? I started with Pro Wrestling Australia, which is the biggest wrestling business in New South Wales and probably Australia. Big crowds in the city. They appear in plenty of media. Very well-established professional business. They have very, very good professionally filmed videos and footage that they utilise. They've worked with international companies, All Elite Wrestling, wrestlers signed to WWE, AEW. They are very respected. So I knew I had to make them my first stop.
Okay.
They've nurtured some really great talent. Kyle Fletcher, Robbie Eagle, some of the best wrestlers in the world today have come through PWA's system.
They seemed like a very well-trusted and respected business. So when I mentioned your name, Lord Mark, they said they want nothing to do with you.
Well, it's like this, it was a bit of a blood feud 20 years ago with the old owners. Now, I had a rivalry per se, but we were all in cahoots. We kind of started the company together. Might have been something, I don't want to go too willy-nilly into it, but now one of the Madison Eagles doesn't like me very much. But her ex-husband, Ryan Eagles, we're back to being pals. So I guess that's it's more a personal thing than a professional thing. It's also one of the other promoters I might have made some memes about him when he got caught drink driving. And probably, I didn't like him very much because he, did some bad things to a friend of mine. So I kind of took to the, I realize that's probably not a cool thing to do, but it was funny at the time. It was very funny.
You're just reaffirming everything Jesse just said.
A lot of people laughed. A lot of people in wrestling laughed, and they thought it was great. But I realized it was probably not the best thing to do.
In the
long run.
I
still don't like the bloke.
But in the long run,
I don't like the bloke. I like a lot of other people there. There's a lot of fine people there. Fine people.
Well, lucky
the production
for you.
people, top notch.
I kept looking, lucky for you. I kept asking around. The next one that I turned to was Australian Wrestling Entertainment. They run in the inner south.
Sorry, it's funny.
That's just hearing that name.
It's very funny, right?
He said that he hates you.
Oh yeah, no, he hates both of us.
Yeah.
He wants to beat you up.
And me.
No, I know he wants to beat me up because
I'm
look,
sensing some history here.
Look, I'm not sure if you listened to the show a couple of weeks ago. I did try to Venezuela him and take his belongings. It didn't work because he's so small and he kicked me in the shins like he's a tiny, tiny man. And he just puts on finger paints, face paint on, and he's like, "Oh, what time is it?" And we have a good laugh. We used to go to his shows all the time.
Yep.
I used to dress up in my finest suit. We'd drink a bottle of wine. We'd have a laugh.
At his expense.
At his expense. He's very tiny, and maybe he doesn't like me too much too, because one time at Christmas we were feuding. He said he was going to beat me up. I said, "You're not going to beat me up." And I sent him a text message Christmas and I go like, "Hey, hey psychotic, Merry Christmas. I hope it's been a good one with your family. I know you've been really busy making toys for Santa Claus." Saying he's an elf because he's a tiny,
And also,
he's a little man.
we did also, a mutual friend of ours did nickname him Rocket Raccoon.
He does look like Rocket Raccoon.
Raccoon.
He looks like Rocket Raccoon
Yeah, he
from
does. The Marvel movie.
Guardians of the Galaxy. So yeah, he also looks like Mr. Bean. so you're laughing. You're laughing, but I understand why he says that. But I wouldn't worry about that. That's like
They're not a serious group.
They're
No.
not a serious group.
No.
They're not a serious
Let's
group.
move on.
Let's move on.
Okay, well, I also talked to All Star Wrestling. The promoter shuddered when I said your name, Mark.
Yes, so I can explain that. This is going almost 20 years ago. Probably a bit less, like 18 years ago. We all did a show. He got an inheritance. Didn't know what he was doing. Basically lost a bunch of money. So our mutual friend bailed him out to pay this famous wrestler. His name was Raven. Very, very famous wrestler. So bailed him out. He still had one show that he was promoting. We all did it and kind of got stiffed on payment. So I might have, with a wrestler, rocked up to his house wanting our money. He said, no, I'm not going to give you your money. And I might have said a few things and ruined a garden.
Was there a garden gnome broken?
No, it was a duck.
It was a duck.
It was a duck. It might have been a duck was broken. And the wrestler was like, "Oh, geez, man, you've gone nuts." But we got our money. So that's the moral of the story. I say successful.
But again...
you know what? He's turned a page. He's turned a page, bless him. He's now running a promotion. He hasn't had any of those issues. So good luck to him.
You probably put the fear of Mark Williamson into
Yeah.
him, and but these things are coming back to haunt you, Mark.
Not...
Your behaviour, your past behaviour.
He runs a show in Padstow. Oh, if we need some help, if we go to Padstow, we'll go talk to him next.
Well, there was one final place, one final hope, hopefully one relationship you haven't completely severed in the wrestling world. I talked to International Wrestling Australia.
Oh, yes.
They've been around for 28 years.
I sure have.
Promote shows all over the
Yep,
place.
yep.
Their response was very mixed.
Mixed.
Well,
Curious.
Rob Oxley, he seems to be the organizer. He said you were disappointing. You tried to grift him on the Babyface Broadcast.
No. We was trying to start
Yes.
this. Yes.
We did kinda.
No.
Board of wrestling.
Look, we were trying to do the board of wrestling where I was trying to... there's a lot of cowboys in wrestling. I'm sure you met a lot of these cowboys here. I'm pretty sure you're probably unscrupulous people you talk to. The worst people, kind of not people you want to hang around with. So I thought, hey, let's all get the good guys together. We'll make a governing body. We'll call it the Board of Wrestling. And all I needed was $2,000 from each of them for a lifetime membership. And it would have been like a good board of prosperity for professional wrestling in Australia.
It's not dead.
And I asked him, well, it kind of is.
Don't tell Keith that.
No, I've told, no. I had to deal with Keith because if you...
Look, let's not go into it now.
Yeah, so I can understand how he feels that way, but I wasn't trying to grift him.
Well, there is someone else that I also spoke to when I was there, the owner, Mark. He was a little bit rude to me, but
Yeah,
he said you were mates. So I guess in hindsight, that's sort of, that lines up, that tracks.
Well, Mark
yeah.
Mercedes.
Australia's most successful promoter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ran 28 years.
Okay.
It's the 28th anniversary. I might make an appearance there. Just
On
saying.
April 10.
I might have had an invite.
St. John's.
Might have had an invite just to show I'm not a complete pariah Like you're making out.
Not St. John's Ambulance, St. John's
Bowling Club.
Yeah.
Well, you say you're not a complete pariah. I exhausted all of my Sydney options, so I turned to Melbourne.
Oh dear.
Mark, they're terrified of you down there, to put it frankly. They're petrified.
Well, I mean, I look, yeah.
You started a cult down there.
It was a club.
What, like
It was a club.
the
and
Kool-Aid Guyana fan club?
We got it on Amazon, and it was fun while it lasted. But there's a lot of people. Look, you're in wrestling, and you manage wrestlers, and you got to deal with these unscrupulous people. Sometimes you got to be a bit like argy-bargy.
Half the wrestlers wound up like crippled within weeks of that.
Not from me.
Yeah, right.
They were crippled because of their bad life choices. I didn't push anything on them. No. And I find it bloody insulting, Dan Lennard.
Really?
That you would think that
That you're a monster? Well, you were in Melbourne.
There does seem to be a bit of a dark cloud that sort of hangs over you, Mark. Wherever you go, like, there just seems to, the fact that there's so many burned bridges along the way in this wrestling industry, you really need to be better than this if you're going to be successful.
You've even brought this dark cloud over this show.
what do you mean?
I'm just saying.
What do you mean a dark cloud? Like, I created this show.
We created this show.
Oh.
We did. And we created Australian wrestling legends. We, the three of us.
I've had enough of this. I'm not going to walk out. I'm not going to have a tantrum. I'm going to play a song called Smooth Criminal. You're listening to the Babyface Broadcast. Jessica Bland, you were only here for 2 segments, but you wanted to hang around for this one because you wanted to see how Dann Lennard's wrestling training is, because Dann Lennard is wrestling on this show. Now, if you've seen a photo of Dann Lennard and hear him being wrestling, you'd laugh. It'd be a funny thing in your mind's eye to imagine Dann Lennard wrestling. But he's been training with a 92-year-old professional wrestler.
Legend of the business.
Well,
now,
sure.
Now, listen, mate, when Norm announced last week that I was going to make my wrestling debut at All In, you laughed.
I did.
And then you vindictively booked me against the IWA heavyweight champion, Randall, as I talked about earlier in my promo. And because you want to see me get hurt.
No.
You want to see me get beaten up. Even though wrestling is, it's a show.
No. You said you wanted to be a professional wrestler, so I found you a great opponent. I found someone that could test your mettle.
Yeah.
What's the point of just having an easy one just so you can look impressive? I've given you a proper professional wrestler for you to have a match against. And if you now feel like I can what's that smell in the air? I smell chicken.
No.
Smell chicken.
You smell what The Rock is cooking. I tell you what.
Cooking.
You've inspired me, okay?
Oh, there you go.
You've inspired me. I'm taking this very seriously now. Me and Jesse, we are in training at the moment. We're watching a lot of wrestling shows, a lot of Divas matches and glow tapes so I can get ideas about how to work a match.
Why are you watching women's wrestling?
Because the lady wrestling is it's very good, isn't it?
Well, I've learned a lot. I didn't know anything about it before, but Dan, you've been so helpful, such a great teacher.
Thank
We're
you.
across it, and it's just a really great time.
It's a real back and forth thing. I mean, she helps me, I help her, and then after the tape watching, right, I go into the ring with Norm. He's a sprightly man for his age. And he's been teaching me a lot of things.
So what has he been teaching you?
Okay, well, the big thing, of course, is that he is his big finishing hold back in the day was the top wrist lock. So he's taught me the secret art of the top wrist lock. So I've learnt that. Obviously, I mastered the Bronco Buster under the tutelage of my friend Persephone.
That is just gross.
Listen.
That is gross.
I'm going to use it against Randall, and I've renamed it in honor of my debut match. I'm calling it the Nut Buster because I'm going to bust a nut when I hit it on Randall. I'm telling you now, his skull is going to be cracked wide open, and then when he's
bust a nut,
the Nut Buster,
Nut Buster. You know how gross that sounds. Same as you see your top wrist lock, calling it a wristy. It's not a wrestling move.
No, it's not called a wristy. It's in honor of Norm. I'm calling it the Ride Ripper wristy. And I tell you what, after I hit the Nut Buster and Randall is dazed and confused, I'm going to grab his big, thick, veiny arm and I'm going to lock in the ride Repper wristy. And I tell you what, he's gonna cry uncle, and I'm gonna beat him. He's gonna submit, and I'm gonna win my debut match. I feel very confident.
He's so enthusiastic. Like, he's just got
You know
so
what?
much energy and gusto about this.
It's going to be game over, Mark. And Randall's going to have to rename himself The Undertaker. Do you know why?
Why is that?
Because he'll be a dead man.
Boom.
Boom.
That is
Drop
terrible.
the mic.
That is terrible.
Drop the mic. Speaking of dead men,
Yes.
you've got an announcement to make.
I do have an announcement. Well, while I've been busy on the booking side of things and clearing up mess that you made, Dann Lennard.
Like, if you say so.
No, you made a mess cleaning it up. So I've had to deal with the Keith Lambton from the Berrigong Wrestling League.
Now that clown.
Now, Keith's a good bloke. You can't be like name calling people, and you can't be doing that.
We got all funny about that money. Funny about the money.
Well, no, you got funny about it because you blew it on a dinner.
I blew it on a dinner.
Yeah, you did. You blew it on a dinner.
Business expenses, mate.
Anyway, so
We're businessmen.
I've had to book a couple of the Berrigong Wrestling League wrestlers to keep Keith happy. So
Who'd you book?
There's a number of them. So I'm just announcing tonight. We are booking one of their top mainstays in Berrigong, very popular, gravedigger Terry Calloway, with his manager Mort Churi.
You're joking.
No, I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious.
So you're telling me that a guy called Mort Churi,
he's the manager.
manages the gravedigger Terry Calloway.
That's correct.
He's just stolen the Undertaker gimmick and Paul Bearer's gimmick.
No. They don't get pay TV down there. They've never seen it.
They've never seen wrestling.
They've never watched WWE. They've been wrestling, but like professional wrestling in Berrigong. It's like the town sport. There's not much goes down there entertainment wise. There's not much sport. So they do pro wrestling shows weekly in front of giant crowds. They don't need to travel because they've got big crowds down there. So you might not have heard of them, but they're a mainstay. Gravedigger Terry Calloway and Mort Churi. They actually, that's not a gimmick. He is legit a gravedigger, and Mort works as a coroner.
So they live in the gimmick.
No. They're shoot.
I know. That's
They're
what I mean.
for real.
Oh, okay.
They're for real.
They're for real.
They're for real.
It's a
They're
shoot.
real. They're real wrestlers, and they want to have a death match.
The only thing I hate about death matches,
What's that?
people don't die in them.
Well, we'll see. We will definitely see. That's right. You're listening to Triple R 88.5. This is the Babyface Broadcast show about planning Australia's greatest wrestling event. We do it live every week on air for Australian wrestling legends. I'm Lord Mark Williamson. Sitting across from me is Dann Lennard, and Jessica Bland is hanging around like a bad smell. She didn't want to leave the studio.
Hey.
We were going to talk wrestling news, but you said in the break you wanted to say something about Aussie wrestling in general.
Yes. Over the last week, made a lot of calls, done a lot of networking, reaching out for my market analysis, and I just wanted to thank you, everyone who was involved in that, because everyone was so kind and generous and lovely and gracious with their time, willing to help out, willing to talk to me, really wanted to get to know me, spend time with me. So I just felt very welcomed and loved by the wrestling community. What are you laughing at, Mark?
It's because you're I hate to say it, but you're a woman entering a industry where they don't know how to talk to women, and they jump on the first one. Everyone shows if a woman shows a slight bit of interest, like flies on food.
Really?
Straight onto you. Places filled full of creeps. That's why everyone was nice to you.
Well, I don't know about that. I think that's a bit misogynistic.
It's not
of you to say.
it's not misogynistic. No. I've been around the business long enough. If anything, I'm progressive. I'm the lord of progressiveness. So I haven't been a creep to you. Like most blokes in wrestling are going to be creep. They see a woman, they're going to creep onto them. It's going to be super nice. Whatever you want. Oh, let's hang out. Oh, you can talk to me anytime about this. Oh, would you like to come watch some wrestling with me? They're all creeps.
Can I just say, not all men. Okay, not all men.
Yeah, not all, huh?
No, listen, I was only talking about this. I was on a Zoom meeting just the other night with Marty Skirl and Joey Ryan, good friends of mine, and we were talking about how the wrestlers are generally very respectful to everyone, particularly women. And
those blokes were cancelled back in 2020.
were they?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I wonder
they
why.
were.
They're nice guys.
They were being creeps. They were being creeps to women. They got cancelled, and you're talking to them.
Oh, well,
You're talking to them about
I'm thinking
how
like-
to treat women. Like,
I'm thinking of maybe getting them onto the show.
well, no, they're not on the show. They're not coming on the show.
What,
They're
about Jimmy Havoc? I
No,
emailed
Jimmy Havoc either. No, why are you talking to these people?
David Starr?
No, Dan.
No.
Dan, why?
Anyway, listen, Jesse, don't let this negative ninny bug you, okay? I'm glad that you met some nice people. Not all everyone's like Mark. Not everyone's a carny scumbag.
No. I'm honest. And
You're in
I'm being
wrestling. How
honest
can you be
here,
honest?
And I'm warning you about some of these people. Most of these people. I'd keep an arm's length.
A few of these people.
I'd keep an arm's length. Just say keep an
Why are
arm's
you
length.
sticking the arm out towards me?
I'm
as
just giving you a warning. Keeping an arm's length.
Well, I appreciate your support, Dan.
Thanks, Jesse.
Oh, see, he's just so sweet.
You know, you light up my life. What can I say?
Oh my God, he's a married man. I just want to let that know.
Yeah, but I am a married man. Jesse knows that.
He's a married man.
She's a.
You know, he was hanging out with an escort beforehand.
She was teaching me how to wrestle, and she was watching some videos with me until he ruined our friendship. And
No,
it was
wasn't
a friendship.
She didn't want to hang out with you.
She did.
She didn't.
Oh, she said that to you.
No, she didn't want to hang out with you. That's why it finished. So just a warning. I'm the good guy here.
Listen, just remember, he's a carny. Everything that comes out of his mouth is probably a lie.
Well, I mean, if I just look at all the people I talk to and we look at the numbers and the data here, the common denominator seems to be that, Mark, you just have a bit of a troubling presence, I think.
You do. But you know what? We're going to rise above, Mark. We're going to rise above. You've got your little role in our organisation.
Oh, yeah?
Jesse and I.
Yes.
We've got our role in the organisation. Norm is the mastermind. And between the four of us, we're going to put on the greatest wrestling show ever held in this country. All in.
That we will.
Now, wrestling news. Let's get into it.
You've got 1 minute for wrestling news, Dan.
What?
Because we're rabbiting on about how nice everyone is. So
Wait, you're rabbiting on about beware of all
your time
man.
is ticking. Your time is ticking.
Okay, Tony Storm, is she pregnant?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I haven't asked her. Why are you asking me?
Oh, well, I'll ask
Barely
her.
know her.
I'll ask
I've only
her.
met her
I'll put her
twice.
on Zoom. Next time I'm talking to Marty, I'll get Tony to join as well.
That's it. That's your wrestling
That's
news.
my wrestling
That's
news.
your wrestling
That's
news.
it.
It's WrestleMania season.
Worst WrestleMania season
No,
ever.
It's been going all right.
If you say so.
It's been going all right. Well, folks, that's another Babyface Broadcast for another week. We'll hopefully have a venue announcement next week.
Ooh,
So very excited about this.
Bye, Jess.
Doing
Bye,
some work here.
Dan.
So on behalf of Dann Lennard,
Jessica Bland.
and myself, Lord Mark Williamson, I bid you adieu. Thank you for listening.